Okay, Rod, first and foremost, welcome to Chelmsford City Football Club. How does it feel to be named Chelmsford City manager?
Yeah, delighted. I think tonight's been a really good introduction of meeting the supporters. I've met with the players tonight. I just think it's a positive that the turnout we've had has showed that everybody's pleased that I've come to the club, and I feel that we can do the job that's in hand. I think I've got good staff around me, and I believe that I've got a board that can help push us forward. And if you lot can get behind us, then I think we've got a good future.
What did the chairman, Trevor Birch, say to you to convince you to join Chelmsford City Football Club? What was the vision that he portrayed in front of you?
I just think Trevor's just a nice guy, and I think the way he come across was very sort of. I think he tells the truth. I think you can tell he's a genuine guy. To me, that's all I want to hear. I understand that there's some takeovers that may take place. And what me and Trevor discussed was the fact is, well, let's put that to one side for the moment. Let's see what you can give us. I know the club inside out, pretty much. I've competed against you on most fronts over the last 5 or 6 years. So if I can come in and get this club up and running, then I think we've got a good future. But Trevor was pretty much down to earth, same as Dave and Alan. I think I've had 3 chats with him now. One back in February and 2 over the last week or so. And everything's gone smooth. So I think tonight has been the icing on the cake, really, because when you actually look at the players that have turned out tonight, I think that was brilliant, because I think other than 1 or 2 that's been away, I think that was a full house. And then basically you look at the supporters tonight, and we've banged this room out. So it just shows that the support is there. I've answered a lot of questions and answers tonight that I've had to give across. I think we've enjoyed the night. We've had some good laughs together as well, and I think it's brought everybody down to understanding that the Rod Stringer that everybody felt may be, not the right person for the club. I think people would probably go away now hoping with the appointment, that it's been a good appointment. Sorry.
And you've come from Bishop Stortford, one of the Chelmsford's local rivals. You were there for a good 4.5 years. Was it a difficult decision to leave Bishop Stortford?
Yeah, I think, my affiliation to Bishop Stortford at 4.5 years was, I had good times there, and I like to think I am loyal, and I think I've proved that over the 4.5 years, that when you actually look at, the ups and downs that we've had some really good times there, the cup run and everything else. And having the, dealing with the Dwight Gales of the world and Jordan Archers and Culver Sells. So we've had a lot of good times there. It's just a shame that the club at the moment is still sitting dormant. It needs people to come in and to invest the club and push them forward. And it's in a little bit of a similar position to Chelmsford, really, that an investor could really make the club sort of push on. I do look at Stortford as still a big club. It's got great history, and as far as I'm concerned, the supporters and everybody there, even when we did have a little bit of, sometimes things weren't going well for us, they never give me no problems. They was always very supporting, and I'm really grateful for that. And it's the same as like the staff that I had there and the committee. I leave them in with a sad heart, really, because I've done my job there, but I do think it's time for me now. I need a challenge. I need to be pushed. I need to be tested. And I believe Chelmsford's going to make me do that. Where at Stortford, I just felt I was just, I'd been there 4.5 years, and whatever I'd done right or wrong was not a problem. And now I want to come for the challenge, and, I want to get this club into the next level, one way or the other.
For those that might not know you and your managerial style, how would you describe yourself as a manager and the style of football you like to see your teams play?
I think I'm honest. I just think, like a lot of managers out there, I'm honest. I just feel that, as we spoke about styles of play, tonight it's been quite a big point that a lot of supporters have brought forward. I just think we play to what we feel is going to win the game. We don't complicate it. We don't take it, draw it out of a hat. We look at the opposition. We do try to see what information we have available. We do look at the opposition's weakness and strengths, and we also look at our weaknesses and strengths. And sometimes it is we try and combat what they're good at, and we try and put into a system what we're good at. And I think the most important thing for my players at this club will be that they will turn up with the right ingredients. They will want to be here. They will want to sort of go out there and try and do their best for us. And if we get beat by a side that because they were better than us on the day, then that's football. All I ask for the players that are here or players that will be coming in is, we really do believe that we can get ourselves out of this league if everybody buys into our philosophy and accepts the way that we want to play the game. So, yeah, I don't see a problem. Whatever system it is, we'll do what we feel is right.
You bring with you from Bishop Stortford your assistants Nick Haycock and also Tony Fenn. What do they bring to the table?
Yeah, I mean, Nick Haycock, as we've spoke tonight, he's got a wealth of experience. Great lad as well. He's been around the highest level. So his knowledge of the game is paramount. He's great with the lads. He's a very good talker. You've heard that tonight. Comes over very fluent. And his tactical awareness is second to none, and we're really lucky to have him. I'm very lucky to have him as an assistant, and I think whether it was Bishop Stortford or Chelmsford are very lucky to have him around as well. Tony Fenn is a good old friend of mine. That's I've worked with Tony for many years now, and Tony's one of these. He's great with the players. He does a lot of assistance for Nick. He sets all his sessions up, takes the warm-ups and this type of thing. So, we come as a threesome, and we win as a threesome, and we lose as a threesome. So we all have a big input into what we do. So, they're important to us, as I say, and we've worked together really well. Nick's been with me 18 months. Tony's probably been with me over on and off now for probably 10, 12 years. And what we do is we look after one another. We cover each other's backs, and as I say, we win together. And if we get beat, we accept it and we all take it on the chin.
One of your first jobs as the new Chelmsford manager will be to run your all over the Copper players that you've inherited. What do you know about the squad that you've picked up here at Chelmsford?
Individually, I know quite a lot of the players. Collectively, obviously, I don't know too much about them because obviously it's not a club that I've managed. But I do know that there's a nucleus of some good players here, and I know there's also some very good youngsters here. With hopefully, if these players decide to stay, then at the end of the day, what I will look to do is try and keep the whole squad together. And try and add to it, but we all know there's going to be some casualties on the way. It's not going to all be everybody's going to be happy with me, and I'm sure that there'll be times that I think certain players may not be good enough for what I'm looking for. So that's football. Nothing's personal. It's just purely down to my preference and whether they want to stay. And if they want to stay for the right reasons, that to me is a really, really great sign. But if players feel that they want to move on, for whatever the reasons, whether it's financial or regular football, then that's their prerogative. So I'm quite happy to sit down with the players, which I've done a lot of that tonight. I need to now speak to some more and just get a little feel for what they want. And if they want to buy into this new era, then great. Jump on, and let's see where it takes us. But if some of them feel that they don't like what I've said, or for whatever reason, then that'll be their decision more than mine, whether they want to remain at the club and come in pre-season.
I sat in with you and the squad for your little chat before tonight's Q&A, and this is the main messages you were getting across is about you be honest and hard work, and that's pretty much all you're really looking for as a minimum requirement.
Yes, it is, because to me that's the basic ingredients. That's what you need from players that are going to be honest enough to give it their best shot. We're at this level for a reason. A lot of these players are at this level have been at pro clubs, and we've all got little bit of Achilles heel why they're at this level. But I think they need to learn, they need to come in, and for the experienced players, we need to all build a nice feeling at the club where everybody feels that. Doesn't matter whether you're a first team player, you're a squad player, or whether you're a trialist, you feel a part of a family, and I think that's what I want to get together. And I want to do it with the existing players, and I want to bring some new players in. And all I can say to every player that's here, they will all be given a chance if they remain at the club. If, as I've already said, that's down to the players, and if they do want to remain at the club, then at the end of the day they will be given a good chance under Rod Stringer and Nick Aycock to see where we can go with that.
And finally, what would be your overriding message to the fans going into what should be quite an exciting season on and off the field?
I just want the supporters. I've already said it. I've done a couple of articles already, and I've just said to the papers and the radio, I'm a great believer that managers and players just pass through football clubs, supporters remain, supporters support the club through thick and thin. So all I want to get you guys to do, the supporters, is realise that we're here for the right reasons. I've already said I've not got a crystal ball, I've not got a magic wand, but I think we can take this journey together. And if they can back us and really get behind us, which on tonight's performance, I think they've been fantastic already. So I'm really looking forward to that. I knew that I'd had a few critics before I got here, and I'm sure I'll have a few on the way. But if I can have the majority, you're all singing off the same page, that you know we're here for the right reasons. I think you lot can enjoy the journey, and there will be times that I've noticed when I've come to Chelmsford before, the crowd have played a major part. What I would love to see is I'd love to see the gates go up here, because if we can get the gates right, that means that we can get the budget right, and I think the world's your oyster to where we can end up, and I'd really love to try and get us up into that next division sooner rather than later. But to be fair to the club, they give me a 3-year deal to make this happen. So it's not a quick fix. It's gonna take time. If we do it this year, then fantastic. But I'd like to think, given that time, that I can really try and turn this club around and make the fortunes come back to Chelmsford City.